What's going on, everybody? K to the 2 here with PPL D2 Season 1. Season 1? That's not what I meant. Week 1 of Season 4. There we go. I wish I was in Season 1. That would be a great thing to put on my resume. However, I was not. We have a game. If you guys haven't checked out my team builder already, go ahead and make sure to do that, because it's in the description below. You get to see exactly the mons that I'm bringing and why I'm bringing them. I will go over a brief explanation of what I am bringing before the match starts, however. I am bringing Life Orb Stealth Rocks Aerodactyl, Physically Defensive Klefki, a Toxic Spikes Physical Nidoking, a Dual Stab plus U-Turn and Roost bulky, well, not really bulky Hydreigon, but it's a Hydreigon with leftovers and Roost. We have a Sub Victini with U-Turn, and then Scarf Keldeo. So that is the team. And looking at Chi's team, it's going to be pretty difficult because I got to be able to get the Tentacruel in, lure it in with my Nidoking, and then get up the T-Spikes. And one thing that I overlooked, okay, that was weird. One thing that I overlooked is exactly how good Eelektross is against my team. Especially the team that I brought, because I don't really have a good switch into it. The only thing I really have is Nidoking, and if he's physical with U-Turn and Drain Punch, then he deals a hefty chunk to Hydreigon. So let's go ahead and get right into the game. I decided to lead off with Aerodactyl because I needed to get rocks up in order to pressure his team, like Kyurem and Delphox, and then also get some chip on the Eelektross and like the likes of his team. So that is going to be what I do. We're going to see what he leads off with. As here is Chi. Nice shirt. I like your polo. That looks very much like Chi in real life, if you guys didn't know. Anyway, we're going to send out the Aerodactyl, and he's going to send out his Crocodile. And right here, I thought I was faster because my Unnerve goes first before his Intimidate, and I thought that abilities activated in order of speed. However, he turns out to be faster than us, except he goes for rocks, which is fine. So we're going to trade, no we're not, I'm going to go for the Aqua Tail on turn 1, just to gauge the damage. I wanted to see if he was bulky or not. I knew I could live pretty much anything he could go for, and that does a shit ton of damage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks now. So he's going to go into his Eelektross, and I know that I can't stay in with Aerodactyl here, because this is really important for getting Delphox out of here. I need Delphox gone. So I'm going to switch into my Nidoking, expecting like a U-Turn or a Volt Switch or a Thunderbolt, like an electric move. Instead, he goes for Aqua Tail, and this completely slipped my mind that Aqua Tail is a thing that Eelektross gets, and there goes my... First of all, that crit kind of sucks, but we can deal with it. That really sucked because what really sucked is the fact that my Pasho Berry is gone and I can't use Nidoking as a lure to Tentacruel anymore in order to get up my T-Spikes, which are very important to his team. And he's going to go ahead and go for the U-Turn, catch Hydreigon, and now Hydreigon's really low. And right off the bat, he is straight up outplaying me, and I needed, in this game, I needed to get some early momentum going. And right now it is not going my way. So in comes his Florges, and he's going to go ahead and I believe he just goes for the Wish. As I U-turn out. And let's see what happens. I crit him. That's a revenge crit for the water Aqua Tail that he got on us. Definitely not, actually. So we're going to go into Victini as he sets up a Wish. And this is the part where I'm like, let's just nuke something with V-Create. But he also has Delphox around still, so we're going to see exactly how well that takes it. As he is going to switch out, he is going to go into the Delphox, as I called Seamus and not Seamus. So I'm going to continue to call it Seamus, and it's going to take this V-Create, and it takes 50% with a crit. and he's going to get all that health right back because of the Wish from Florges. So, yeah. This is a problem, but one fox in front of another fox, I know he's going for Shadow Ball because that's the only thing he can do, and because he is bulk invested and not offensive invested, I know I can take a Shadow Ball. I'm going to go hard into my Aerodactyl. I'm just going to click the Pursuit button, and we are going to pretty much remove the Delphox. It's going to do 50% with the Pursuit, and he's going to be left right about Rock's range, so he'll die to Rocks. If he is able to spin them away with Tentacruel, then that'll be a problem. However, he's going to be able to go into his Eelektross here, and I just needed to get off a lot of damage, so I'm just going to go for Stone Edge right here. I don't have a good switch into this Eelektross anymore, and we are going to put this Eelektross into range to die to pretty much anything. So what I'm going to do here is I want to force in his Tentacruel in order to get off big damage against it, because I'm not going to be able to do that with Nidoking anymore. So I'm going to go into my my Keldeo right here in order to try and force in the Tentacruel. And I'm going to actually double out and expecting the Tentacruel into my Victini. So I can Zen Headbutt that. Mostly because I needed to get this play right in order to get my chances of winning back into my favor, actually. So I'm going to make the double out, and unfortunately he's going to stay in and end up sacking the Eelektross instead of going into Florges or Tentacruel. Both of which could have still done things against us. He gets a crit with Thunder Punch, which also sucked, because at least we would have been able to get off a hit against his team, and now we can no longer do that. So now I'm going to go into Nidoking. I'm going to have to click not Thunder Punch. I'm going to have to click Poison Jab now, and now he's going to switch out. He's going to go into the Delphox, and he's going to die to the Stealth Rocks, and we are not looking to be in a good position here. Mostly because, well, now Kyurem can come in, and he has a free Earth Power against us. And the only thing I have to switch into this is Klefki, which is physically defensive. It can still take an Earth Power, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of damage. And I'm going to be forced to go for the Magnet Rise. If he sees it coming, he's going to be able to switch out and take advantage of it. He does go for the Earth Power, like I was expecting. I had no other switch into it. So we are going to take 75% from that, get some leftovers, and we are going to go for the Magnet Rise. Hope that he stays in, goes for it again, which he does. So we're going to get an extra turn of leftovers, and what I can do here is I can go straight for the Thunder Wave on whatever is going to want to switch in, or even hopefully if he leaves this thing in. So that would be a great help. So he is going to go into... Actually, I do not fire off a T-Wave. I go for the Dazzling Gleam, expecting him to go either into Crocodile to take the T-Wave, or into this, expecting me to go for the T-Wave and not getting off a lot of good damage against him. So finally down goes the giant annoyance to my team, which is Eelektross, and he's going to come in with the Tentacruel. And I know right here I just have to Thunder Wave this. I have to. By doing this, I can potentially get some paras and get some hacks going in my favor in order to pull me back into this game, because playing the game is not actually working out for me right now. The way that this match is going, it has definitely been in Chi's favor the entire game, and I gotta give him credit. He's doing absolutely phenomenally this match in keeping me from doing what I want to do. So he's going to go ahead and get paralyzed for the second turn in a row. And what I'm going to do here is I believe I go for the Roost or the U-turn. I actually do go for the U-turn. And my reason is that I expected him to switch out because an Earth Power or a Dark Pulse or whatever I could have gone for would have put him into range to die 100% to Nidoking's Earthquake. Instead he stays in, and he's going to go ahead and get his rapid spin off, which is going to kind of hurt us in the fact that we can no longer get a lot of damage against his Kyurem reliably. And now I have to hope that he gets paralyzed in order to 2-hit KO his Tentacruel so I can get up my T-Spikes and do damage against his team. It leaves him with a sliver of health, and he's able to get off the Scald. So, because he did get off that Aqua Tail early on in the game, we don't have our Pasho Berry, we're going to go down. And he unfortunately was able to pretty much win the game based on that. I don't have anything really else to take out Florges at this point, because Victini's gone, and Nidoking is gone. Klefki only has Dazzling Gleam and T-Wave. Keldeo Scarfed, which won't do anything to Florges anyway. And at this point, it's just a matter of we need to lower the differential. So, what's going to happen is he's going to send in the Kyurem instead of the Florges. I was pretty confused by this play. And then he also overpredicts and goes for the Fusion Bolt. And I just decided to click Draco Meteor, just in case he does something like that, and we fucking miss Draco, so like, what's the point? Yeah, so we are going to have to switch out. No, sorry. We're not going to switch out, because I know nothing else on my team can take this. I'm going to go into, I believe, Keldeo or Kyurem, one of the two. That's the only... Kyurem? Did I say Kyurem? I meant Klefki. I'm going to go into Klefki, and because he is locked into Fusion Bolt, I'm just going to get off the T-Wave. Hope that he gets paralyzed. And, you know, that's like the only thing I can do. Like, this game was pretty disappointing on my end. I wasn't able to get off that early momentum like I really wanted to. And it came back to bite me, which is fine. It happens in Mons. I wasn't able to get him to go into the Tentacruel like I wanted him to. So that was a massive pain. And he outplayed us. So basically, we lost the game as soon as Nidoking took the Aqua Tail. And at that point, I was on the back heel the entire game. It's okay. You know what? We have 10 more weeks of the season. We can turn this around. And I failed to kill the Kyurem here with Secret Sword, but I was also confused as to why he didn't just go straight into Kyurem. There wasn't really anything I could do to... God, I keep saying Kyurem, into Florges. There wasn't anything really he could do to Florges. I could do to his Florges. There we go, that's the words I want. So we are going to be able to only lose this 2-0 instead of 3-0, which is not too bad. It's going to be my first week 1 loss ever in any league that I've been in, so it's kind of disheartening. But I am still looking forward to the rest of the season. I think this week just came down to a bad matchup and the fact that he had a Kyurem Black, and my team is one of those that just does not deal well with Kyurem Black. And I could have prepped better and played better. So overall, that's what it came down to. So, hopefully, here's to next week being better. We play Ellie, and that's gonna be fun. Hopefully, she doesn't hack us out this season. But we did get our revenge against her in the CCLB League. So, hopefully, we can turn it around next week. And that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy, go ahead and leave a like on the video, and I understand if you didn't enjoy it, because there were a lot of people expecting me to win this game, and I let you guys down. But you know what? Go give Chi some credit, because he did play really well. He played better than I expected. Nothing against Chi. Like, he is a good battler. He put everything together this week, and he did absolutely amazing. So, good game, Chi, and I will see you all next time.